Hi, my beautiful Tubies and my Teletubbies. Hopefully this screen won't be so choppy this time. Right now I want to talk about, like I said, was on the bus and I was speaking with uh, one of my subscribers. I leave my number down below, and I was speaking with her, and she was so upset. She's like, she thought she had got past the narc, and it seems like she's still crying. She's still unhappy. Um, you know, uh, um, I want to share with you right now the importance and the reason why you should move on from your ex, whether he's a narcissist or whether he's not a narcissist, whatever. It's important for you to move on because do you honestly believe that for one iota of a moment they're sitting there thinking about you? Do you think they're sitting there crying over you, being miserable about you? Are they checking your Facebook? Are they trying to find what you're up to? Are they sitting around being miserable? No, they're not. No, they're not. Not at all. So, it's imperative for you to also move on. And you can tell when you've moved on, like I said in my other previous, when you have no desire whatsoever to reach out to them. Okay? That's one thing. And when you have no inclination at all to respond, if they reach out to you and you have no desire whatsoever to respond to anything because you hopefully have them no contact, you have them blocked, which I'm speaking with a lot of my subscribers who call and speak with me, and they seem to be taking some of the calls from the person, which is only hindering their healing process. So it's always best for you to just go no contact. Don't go on their Facebook. Don't go on their social media to see what they're doing. That's only going to make your healing process longer. Look them up on their social media. No. Let me see, I got some more pointers here. You could care less about who they are dating. You shouldn't care about that. Oh man, my girlfriend who I was talking to over the phone, she's totally upset because her ex, is her husband. They're not divorced yet, but her ex is dating someone else who she said the woman is younger and she's pretty. Who gives a damn? Focus on all the rotten things that this narcissist have put you through. You could make a list. On one side, what's the good points of having been with this person? What's the negative side? I assure you, you're going to get more negatives. You might get one or two things. I can't think about nothing positive that I got to benefit from my ex-narc. What was it? I'm trying to think. I know. No. So it's so important for you to get past that, Also, you have to start living for you. You have to totally be a bad bee while you're doing this, while you're living for you. They're living for them. They're not giving you a second thought, possibly. Okay? Unless, of course, they need something. Their motive is not right. They're going to set you up, to call you up, to hoover you, to try to get something out of you. It's never calling you to give you anything unless that's a setup. So it's imperative that you get past these narcissists, because they're not sitting up there getting older thinking about you. They moved on with their life. They're doing whatever the hell they do. You're going to reach a whole new level of success when you see how you're doing without them. If you focus on healing yourself and getting past that. Forget that nonsense. You're going to reach a whole new level. Whole new level. You have to constantly focus on building yourself up instead of tearing yourself down. That's what you focus on. All the things that you can do to make yourself better. I mean, I have gotten so where I don't even come home and watch television anymore. I come home and I have my reading to do. I have my fasting to do. I have videos to make. I have my book that I'm working on. I don't even come home and watch television because it consumes all of your time. I don't even like television anyway. Too many commercials. I usually do DVDs. Maybe there's one or two shows on TV that I may watch. Other than that, not really. No, too many commercials for my taste. And it's annoying. But I have so many other things that I can focus on, especially when it comes to reading, to give me new ideas for my book. And I always, listen, I don't even know how to put it into words exactly. I slept so good yesterday. I know I got over 8 hours yesterday. I know I got over. And you know how I did that? No TV on, and I just had Joyce Myers. I was listening to her, whatever. So while I'm going to sleep, my last thought for the day is something that's positive, something that's going to pick me up and elevate me. You know what I mean? And then in the morning when I get up, I may listen to Robert Blake, or I love my Derek Jackson because he schools me so well. But you have to focus on moving on with your life, honey. And when you realize and see that you are now happy without your ex, that's how you know you have genuinely moved on. Just because a person is dating someone else, that don't mean that they moved on. You know? That means pretty much they didn't take the time that they needed to heal themselves, and they're going to bring some baggage into that other relationship. No. Being with someone else does not mean you've moved on. Moving on is when you find out that you're happy with your life. You no longer have no concerns about what your ex-narc thinks. You're living for yourself, you know? You're going to look and feel 10 years younger, I assure you. Okay? You're going to feel like you can take on the world. Now you have more energy. Do you remember how draining that narc was? I can remember. I was so tired all the time. All the time. You ain't going to have to question yourself as much with this narc, with the gaslighting and all this other crazy nonsense. It's so important for you to move on because they have probably whatever that we don't even care what they've done. We shouldn't. No. No, it's time for you to grab the bull by the horns and move on, my love. It's so important. And there's a lot of things you can do besides sitting around eating, watching TV. What helps you to move on is you focus on things that you enjoy doing. Think about the things that you couldn't really do when you had your narc around. It was a nuisance. And like I said, the only reason why I speak about the narc that I was with, the demon as I call it, is because that's the only one I know. I would speak of some other man or some other person that's a narcissist, but I don't know anyone else that was like a full-blown narc. So that's the only reason why you'll hear me talking about my ex-narc. And as soon as this video is done or I'm done making these videos, my mind may go back to what I'm going to do for my book. The character that I'm dating, Michael. My mind goes on things like that. You know? Wondering what he's doing. Wondering what he's up to. And then we do FaceTime. So, you're welcome, darling. Somebody just said, thanks, Sheila, for saying, you're welcome, sweetie. Love you, Sarah. So anyway, it's imperative that you move on. Because God gave you life to live. God didn't give you life to just, to survive. Just to go through the motions. No. They're out there doing all that crap that they want to do. You need to start doing the things that you want to do. And don't forget about that Meetup app that I've been telling you about. It's a wonderful app. It's great. So if you feel lonely sometimes, you just go on your Meetup app, and it's not dating. Please, please. Go on that Meetup app. You're going to find so many things to do. If you don't like being alone or you feel this lonely tinge or what have you, me personally, I like my alone time because I have a lot of things that I'm interested in. I have a lot of interests. So, but some people they're not good at that, being alone. So you go out, use the Meetup app. I don't know about all these dating apps and all of that plenty of fish nonsense because that's a bunch of crazy people. Crazy. But Meetup, that's mad cool. I give that 2 thumbs up. 5 stars. So it's imperative, like I said, again, I can't put enough emphasis on why it's so important for you to move on, take your life back, and learn how to be happy without the narcissist. I know you can do it. Put your mind to it, and you can do it. This is Sheila True Love. Until next time, darling, don't forget, you always have a choice. Please choose wisely. And remember how much I love you, because I do. Until next time, sweetie, toodles.